Hi everyone. In this video I am going to tell you a simple method how to write down cell diagram. Cell diagram, that is also known as cell notation. First of all, you must know what is cell diagram or cell notation. It is a shorthand way for representing an electrochemical cell. What is an electrochemical cell? It is a cell that generates voltage or that generates electrical energy. It is known as electrochemical cell, and we can represent electrochemical cell by using cell diagram or cell notation. One more thing you must remember: cell diagram or cell notation is written by taking help of standard reduction potential. So you can say cell diagram is an application of standard reduction potential. Now, to start with, first of all, what you must remember: as a general rule, whenever cell diagram is written, the anode reaction at anode oxidation reaction takes place. Anode reaction, it is written on the left hand side, while cathode, where reduction takes place, it is written on the right hand side. So whenever you want to write on cell diagram, make it clear in your mind a sketch that anode is written on the left hand side, anode equation is written on the left hand side, cathode equation is written on the right hand side, and both anode and cathode half cell, they are connected internally by using a salt bridge, and salt bridge, it is denoted by using a double vertical line. So how you can describe what is this? This is anode, salt bridge, cathode. The two half cells, they have been connected by using a salt bridge. Now there are certain rules that you will have to keep in your mind while writing cell diagram for any electrochemical cell. There are three rules that I will tell you, and when you will apply these three rules, it will become very easy for you to write on cell diagram for any electrochemical cell. What are the rules? Rule number one: whenever you are asked to write on cell diagram, you have been given an equation. In the chemical equation, we write down each and everything. All the materials and ions, they must be shown in the cell diagram except electrons. So we can only ignore electrons from a chemical equation. Rest of all the molecules and ions, they must be present in the cell diagram. Second thing, whenever during a chemical reaction there is a change in the physical state of an element, change in physical state of an element is represented by a vertical line, while if during a chemical reaction there is no change in the physical state, then it is represented by a comma. How is that? I will show you this while giving you some examples. And the last rule that you must remember, as you people know, in many half cells that we study in electrochemistry, many half cells, they contain a standard electrode, platinum. Whenever and wherever platinum is present, it must be shown in the cell diagram. If platinum is used in an anodic half cell, platinum is shown before anode, and if platinum is present in the cathodic half cell, it is shown after the cathode. How is that? I will show you. Okay, first of all, the most difficult example that ever can be asked for writing a cell diagram, I'm going to start with that example. In this example, all the rules are applied. That is why it will become easy for you to understand all these three rules. Now let's suppose these are the two half cells that have been given, and first of all, how you will decide in which half cell you will carry out reduction and in which half cell you will carry out oxidation. It is very simple. Look at the standard reduction potential values of both of these half cell. The half cell whose standard reduction potential is greater mathematically, it must undergo reduction, it must act as cathode, and the other half cell will become anode. Right now, which half cell will become cathode? It is MnO4, manganate 7 half cell, because its reduction potential is greater. Iron half cell, when it will become anode, its chemical equation will be reversed. What does this mean? Fe3 plus is the reactant for this standard reduction potential, and Fe2 plus is the product. But you will reverse this equation. You will write down Fe2 plus as reactant and Fe3 plus as product. So whenever we write on cell diagram, the equation for the anode, it is reversed. So How you will come to know also how you will come to know that which particles, which ions, which molecules are present in both these half equations. You will be given equations for both these half cells. For example, for manganate, this is the half equation for the MnO4 1 minus half cell. Why I am saying half equation? Because this represents reduction only, and the half equation for iron half cell will be the reduction of iron. Now, but what I told you, that iron half cell will act as anode, so you will reverse its reaction. You will start from Fe2 plus, it must be oxidized to Fe3 plus, and since you can see both the ions are in solution form, so we have placed a comma to separate them because there is no change in the physical state. Double vertical line to represent the salt bridge, and in the cathode half cell we are having MnO4 1 minus. It is the reactant and it will remain reactant because this equation will not be reversed. So we will start from MnO4 1 minus plus 8H ion, giving Mn2 plus 4H2O. Again you can see the main ion that is present in this half cell, it is manganese, and manganese on both sides it is present in the solution form. That is why we have placed a comma between both these ions. Now one more thing you must remember, whenever we construct half cells in which an element it is present in its two different oxidation state, in that case we always use platinum as a standard electrode. In this example you can see in both these half cells same element is present in two different oxidation state, so in both these cases we will use platinum. In this case platinum before anode, and in cathode after cathode. Now this is a complete cell diagram, and this can be the most difficult example for writing cell diagram. We have studied all the rules in this example. Now I am giving you some more examples where you will see we will apply these rules. Look at this example. This is a cell that is made up of two half cell, chlorine and iron. Now in this case even no need to look at the chemical equations, simply you can see that the element chlorine Cl2, it is the reactant, chloride is the product, Fe3 plus is the reactant, Fe2 plus is the product, nothing else is present in these half equations. Okay, now you will decide in which half cell reduction will take place. It would be chlorine because its standard reduction potential is mathematically a greater value. So you will oxidize iron half cell, and iron half cell during oxidation its chemical equation will be reversed. So you will start from Fe2 plus, and Fe2 plus will be oxidized to Fe3 plus. Physical states are same, so we have used comma, double vertical line to represent salt bridge, and since iron is present in two different oxidation state we will use platinum. On the other side chlorine will be reduced, Cl2, it will be reduced, and from gaseous chlorine what we will get? We will get chloride solution ion. So since there is a change in the physical state, it will be denoted by a vertical line. And since chlorine is a non-metal, non-metals are non-conductor. Whenever non-metals, non-conductors are present in an electrode, we take the help of platinum. So you will draw a vertical line and place platinum. This is the complete cell diagram for this cell. Next example. Again you can identify which half cell will act as anode. Zinc. Chlorine, its reduction potential is more positive, it would become cathode. So you will reverse the chemical equation for zinc. You will start from Zn and make it Zn2 plus, Zn solid, Zn2 plus solution, aqueous form. So you will use vertical line because there is a change in the physical state. And in this half cell, zinc is a metal, metals are conductors, so no need to take platinum as an electrode. Salt bridge and chlorine half cell will remain unchanged as we have written in the previous case. One last example you can do. In this example you can see I am giving you both half cell containing metals, so no platinum will be used, but you will have to decide in which half cell reduction and oxidation will take place. In copper half cell reduction will take place since copper is having greater reduction potential mathematically. So you will reverse the equation for zinc. Zn will become Zn2 plus, solid to solution, vertical line, salt bridge, copper will be reduced, Cu2 plus will become Cu. Change in physical state, so vertical line. But no platinum, since both elements are metals, they are good conductor. I hope you would have understood how to write on cell diagram now for any given electrochemical cell by using these rules. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.